Starters for the All-Star game in Indianapolis on July 19th, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier. They were the leading vote-getters among fans. They will select teams from starters and reserves. Clark received 1,293,000 votes from fans.
The WNBA All-Star voting results just dropped. And this isn't just controversial. This is a full-blown conspiracy. Angel Reese sending that congratulations message to Caitlin Clark? Fake, staged, damage control.
How are you?
Caitlin, I just want to personally congratulate you on being named captain for the 20.
I've got the receipts, I've got the numbers, and I'm about to expose the biggest jealousy scandal in sports history. This goes deeper than basketball. This is about a league trying to sabotage their own golden goose. Is Angel Reese's congratulations the fakest message in sports history?
The WNBA All-Star starters have been announced, y'all. They've been announced. Y'all want to guess who not starting? Hey, listen, some people don't belong in certain conversations.
And the front court players, Boston, Nafisa Collier, Nika, Satu Sabali, Brianna Stewart, and Asia Wilson. All right. And down here, Boston, Jonquel Jones, Alyssa Thomas. No Angel.
I need y'all to go crazy in the comments. Are you team truth or team fake? Because what I'm about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew about this league. Hit that notification bell because this video is about to be banned for telling the truth. All right, let's talk about the most embarrassing defeat in recent sports history.
And when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she's even another step up from the person.
Caitlin Clark didn't just win, she committed murder on that ballot. 1.29 million votes. That's not just a victory, that's a public execution of everyone who said she wasn't the people's champion. But Angel Reese? 13th place, 173,000 votes. Do you understand how humiliating that is? This is the same woman who was supposedly the co-face of the WNBA, according to Forbes. The same player who was begging, and I mean literally begging, fans on social media to vote for her. Angel Reese's congratulations message? That's not class, that's panic. That's damage control after the most embarrassing public rejection in sports history. The scoreboard doesn't lie.
And Angel Reese being the face of the WNBA, you would think Angel Reese is leading the league in votes.
To put this destruction in perspective, Clark got more votes than the entire top 30 players combined from 2023. She got 13 times what the previous record holder got. Meanwhile, Reese couldn't even crack the top 10. Type Queen Clark if you think this proves Clark is untouchable. Type fake hype if you think Reese's popularity was manufactured. But here's where it gets sick. While fans were rejecting Angel Reese by the millions, the media was still trying to prop her up. They were calling her a future superstar while she's getting obliterated in voting. The delusion is real, fam.
There are fans out there online who say it's Fever versus everybody. And when they see this voting, it's only going to fuel.
Now we get to the juicy part, the part that's going to make some people furious. While 1.3 million fans crowned Caitlin Clark as their queen, guess what her fellow WNBA players did? They ranked her 9th. Let me break this down for you. The woman who single-handedly saved their league, brought them charter flights, increased their salaries, sold out their arenas, and made their sport relevant, they ranked her NHS.
Clark and Collier earned the role of captains by virtue of being the two All-Star starters who received the most fan votes. Caitlin Clark received 1,293,526 votes. Collier received 1,176,020 votes. Wow, that's a hell of a lot of votes.
Players like Natasha Clout, who isn't even the best player on her own mediocre team, ranked higher than Clark. Brittany Sykes, whose team plays better without her, got more respect from players than the woman who's carrying the entire league. ESPN legend Dick Vitale called it pure jealousy, and he's absolutely right. These players are so consumed with envy that they'd rather damage their own league than give credit where it's due.
She has the vision to find her teammates, defending her. You are in constant contradiction with yourself when you're guarding Caitlin Clark. She also has to sit there like she can't hear us talking about her, which is handling wonderfully. Caitlin, proud of you on all fronts, but proud of you for
And it gets worse. Aaliyah Boston, Clark's own teammate, also got ranked 9th by players. 2 Indiana Fever players, both at exactly 9th place? That's not coincidence. That's coordination. That's a planned attack. The media ranked Clark 3rd, still disrespectful but not as bad as the players. But the players, they showed their true colors. They revealed the toxic jealousy that's eating this league from the inside. Type expose them all if you think these jealous players need to be called out. Type sabotage squad if you think this was planned. Now let's talk about why Angel Reese's congratulations message is the most pathetic damage control attempt in sports history.
The better part of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, the mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge...
While Caitlin Clark is out here rewriting the record books, fastest to 350 assists, fastest guard to 250 rebounds, breaking attendance records everywhere she goes, Angel Reese is having a career meltdown. For a player her size, that's not just bad, that's historically terrible. She's supposed to be dominant in the paint, but she's getting outplayed by players 5 inches shorter. Remember when Reese got benched during crunch time of a Chicago win? While she was sitting on the bench looking lost, her rookie teammate Camila Cardoso dropped 23 points and won the game.
Angel Reese, I'm sorry, ma'am. What makes you think that you deserve to be in the top 10 in the whole WNBA in voting? Don't you know you got to compete with Plum, Collier, Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, who else? Caitlin Clark, who is ranked 4th in the WNBA. She's ranked 4th. You are ranked 20.
The message was crystal clear. Chicago Sky plays better basketball when Angel Reese is not on the court. This is the same player who trademarked Mebo. Instead of going to the gym to fix her broken jump shot, instead of working on her game, she's working on her brand. That's not a winner's mentality, that's an influencer mentality. Type basketball first if you think players should focus on their game. Type brand over ball if you think Reese cares more about fame than basketball. Let's dissect this congratulations message that Angel Reese sent to Caitlin Clark, because I'm calling BS.
And we have 3 different sports media figures that have released their All-Star ballots, and Angel Reese is nowhere to be seen. She's not involved.
This isn't genuine congratulations. This is crisis management. This is her PR team telling her you need to say something or you'll look even worse. Watch how quickly this congratulations gets used by media to paint Reese as the mature one, while they continue to tear down Clark. This is all part of the narrative manipulation. What we're witnessing isn't just about basketball anymore. This is a full-scale civil war within the W. On one side, the fans, 1.3 million strong, bringing money, attention, and legitimacy to the league. On the other side, jealous players trying to sabotage their own meal ticket because their egos can't handle being overshadowed. And how do players thank her? By ranking her 9th. When CBA negotiations happen, team owners are going to ask the Players Association, where's your support for Caitlin Clark? Why are you sabotaging the person who's making you all rich? And the players won't have an answer that doesn't make them look petty and ungrateful. Are we watching some WNBA players destroy their own sport because they can't handle one player being more popular than them? Let's talk about how the media is complicit in this jealousy conspiracy. For months, outlets like Forbes were pushing this Clark vs. Reese rivalry, trying to make them equal when the numbers never supported it. They were manufacturing a rivalry to create content. Even media members who once wrote glowing articles about Angel Reese quietly left her off their All-Star ballots. USA Today's Megan Hall, who spent months calling Reese a game-changer, didn't even include her in her voting. These same journalists who built up the rivalry narrative abandoned Reese when it mattered most. They used her for clicks and views, then left her hanging when the real voting started. Was this whole rivalry narrative designed to eventually tear down Clark by propping up a competitor who couldn't actually compete? Did the media create a false narrative that they knew would eventually collapse? Family, what we've witnessed here isn't just about an all-star game. This is about the soul of women's basketball. Angel Reese's congratulations to Caitlin Clark? That's not sportsmanship, that's surrender. That's admitting she can't compete with the real queen of basketball. Some of these WNBA players would rather see their league fail than see Caitlin Clark succeed. They're so consumed with jealousy that they're willing to damage the sport that pays their bills. The WNBA All-Star Game is in Indianapolis, Clark's house. And after this humiliation, something tells me Angel Reese's fake congratulations are just the beginning of her career collapse. This league has a choice: embrace their queen or watch her take her fans elsewhere, because 1.3 million people have spoken, and they've chosen their side. I'll be reading every comment, so bring your hottest takes. And remember, we don't just report the news here, we expose the truth they don't want you to see. Keep it real, keep it controversial, and I'll see you in the next explosive episode.
Right before the main event, Caitlin Clark gets called for a foul here, and she runs over and she's like, I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. And they're saying, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. She's like, wow, look at it. And she's right. There's no contact made. She gets called for the foul. Watch this replay right here. Just no contact made.
Caitlin Clark gets called for a foul, and she runs over. She's like, I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. And they're saying, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. She's like, wow, well, look at it. And she's right. There's no contact made. She gets called for the foul. Watch this replay right here. Just no contact made. Gets called for the foul. She tells the ref, she says, oh my God, watch it back after the game. Trust me, you'll see.
To the ground. Oh, she can't believe it. Oh, what the fuck? What? Are you kidding me? I just got fouled for not touching someone.
Yeah, I didn't touch it all. Watch, actually, you watch it right now. Look up, there it is. So that happened. They make both of their free throws, and then Indiana's got the ball, and it's the next possession right after. She doesn't touch someone and gets the foul. Then you got Caitlin Clark with the ball, banging around top of the key. Her and JC Sheldon just banging around, and then she's going to take a finger to the eye, and then gets bumped, and then gets sent to the ground. She can't believe it. What, are you kidding me? I just got fouled for not touching someone, and they just tore my eyeball out and banged me to the ground. This systematic targeting is forcing veteran WNBA stars to retire. Don't you dare change that channel.
I kind of got a little bit emotional, to be at this moment in front of a sold out crowd, in front of all this attention, and to have that moment is just pretty special to me because, I don't want to say I deserve that, but, I'm trying to be as humble as I can. But being around that long, I kind of feel like I deserve that moment. And for it to happen right then and there in this time period in my career, it was just, I don't know. I'm just so grateful.
Let's start with the elephant in the room. DeWanna Bonner, the WNBA's third all-time leading scorer, hasn't stepped foot on the court since June 12th. The official reason? Personal reasons. But league insiders are painting a very different picture. WNBA writer Rosalina Lee isn't mincing words. She believes Bonner is seriously considering retirement. And it's not just about age or injury. It's about keeping up with the new pace of play that Caitlin Clark has brought to the Indiana Fever. There are rumors she can't keep up. Clark's role has raised the bar. Older players must keep up or fall back. It's tough at this point in a career. Rosalina Lee.
And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
You think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
Wow, that's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk
seriously.
about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull away in the second half, Caitlin, and
We're
particularly?
going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
Here's what makes this even more concerning. Bonner signed a one-year deal worth approximately $200,000, 0 cents with the Fever, played just 3 games, and then disappeared. Some reports suggest she's even wiped the Fever from her social media pages, though we haven't been able to independently verify this. The timing couldn't be worse for Indiana. With forward Damaris Dantas already on temporary leave from June 26th to July 8th, the Fever could find themselves dangerously short-handed if Bonner doesn't return or if they can't secure a replacement signing.
You want on the back or the front?
Oh, God. Let me see the jersey. Turn around. All right.
To understand why veterans like Bonner might be feeling the pressure, we need to examine just how dramatically Caitlin Clark has transformed this league. The numbers don't just tell a story, they scream it from the rooftops.
She single-handedly delivered.
WNBA record. This is her second season. And you put the numbers together, that's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had one a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at it. At the end of the day, is the woman put in the...
Before Clark, the WNBA was fighting for airtime. After her arrival, it became appointment television. We're talking about a one-woman economic stimulus package here. Let that sink in. One player sits out, and more than half the television audience for the entire league vanishes. This isn't just impact, this is complete market dominance. Clark has already achieved a triple-double and led the Indiana Fever to their first Commissioner's Cup final. Her shooting can be inconsistent, particularly from three-point range. She's gone 1 for 17 from behind the arc in her last 2 games, but her playmaking ability and leadership continue to set her apart. I mean, there's going to be stretches that are really good and stretches that aren't as good. Obviously, it's frustrating. You want them to go in. The challenge for myself going forward is just continue to pour into every other aspect of the game.
Walk me through your perspective on the flagrant foul. What was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? Either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
But Clark's success hasn't come without controversy. What we're seeing on the court isn't just tough basketball. It's systematic targeting. Every game has become a highlight reel of hip checks, off-ball shoves, and aggressive closeouts that border on assault. The most egregious example? The infamous shove from Marina Mabrey that sent Clark flying with a full-body check completely disconnected from the play. It was a move you'd expect in hockey, not basketball.
I mean, is that displacement? I think it is.
Oh, and Marina Mabrey's going to get ejected. If the officials saw that, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected.
Well, they're going to go and look at it.
Recent footage shows Clark getting poked in the eye during a physical matchup against the Sun that resulted in 3 ejections. The pattern is clear. Opponents have adopted a primary defensive strategy of seeing how much physical abuse she can endure before she breaks. What's most infuriating? Clark's reaction. She doesn't retaliate. She doesn't complain. She just gets back up and goes to work. But instead of being seen as professionalism, her composure is being interpreted as arrogance, which only fuels more aggression. Colin Cowherd summed it up perfectly. It's a horizontal, chippy league. Caitlin Clark is like kerosene to the physicality flame. They don't know how to officiate her. They don't know how to defend her. This is the worst she'll ever be. She's getting better, and they can't stop her.
The WNBA has arrived. Caitlin Clark's gotten really good really fast. It's like the end of year 1 for Michael Jordan or year 3 for Michael Jordan. She's gotten really good really fast. And you got to put a body on her, or you got to double team her, or she's going to embarrass you. She's shooting 33-footers. And what happened last night's a byproduct of that. This is what happened to MJ. She's number 1 and 2 in every offensive stat. She's hitting more threes this season than Steph Curry did in his first MVP season. And her game embarrasses you. So like men's basketball, J.C. Sheldon had the task of stopping the latest superstar in her basketball league. And this thing was chatty in the second quarter. It was chatty. They've got history. It was trash talking. And then in the third quarter, Sheldon poked her in the eye. Again, this is something we see all the time. They were on each other. They were talking. It was trashy. The superstar like MJ, unstoppable, poke her in the eye, and that's a flagrant foul, and it should have been a flagrant foul. And then Marina Mabrey, this is inappropriate, came over, knocked her over. Many thought she should have been thrown out of the game. Well, she didn't get a technical. It's a little bad boys Pistons with MJ. For the record, Caitlin Clark.
Perhaps the most damning